If you want to make a massive improvement to your cycling, your motivation, and possibly even your entire life, you need to focus on the small things that you do every day rather than the grand sweeping gestures that you make from time to time. More often than not, all it takes is a couple of very small and simple changes to see a dramatic improvement. So today I'm going to share with you the one change that I personally have made that's really improved my cycling, improved my motivation, and dare I say it, even improved my mental health. And the good news is that it is something so simple that anyone can do it straight away, and it will only take you about 5 minutes a day. So what is this one simple thing that I've changed that's had such a dramatic effect on my life in general? Well, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, it's not going to come as any great surprise. Basically, it's riding my bike every single day for at least 1 kilometre, either out on the road or indoors on a turbo trainer. Sadly, I can't take full credit for this. That goes to somebody called Nathan Woodruff, who's a regular viewer and a very good friend of the channel. Back last year, Nathan challenged me to ride my bike every day for 90 days, and in January I took him up on that challenge. And if you're wondering about Nathan himself, he's actually done, I believe to date, over 1,200 days of consecutive cycling, so he certainly rides the ride. Like I say, I took Nathan up on his challenge on the 1st of January 2022, and then I rode 90 consecutive days, and that took me up to the 1st of April 2022. But when I got there, I thought to myself, well, I've come this far, I've achieved this much, I might as well carry on indefinitely. And then yesterday, on the 19th of July 2022, I did day 200. I initially thought that riding every day for 90 days was going to be very difficult. Firstly, on a physical level, just getting out and riding a bike day after day after day was going to be hard, but then having the 1 kilometre minimum distance made that very easy indeed. And secondly, I thought it was going to be hard more on a practical level. Basically, I knew there would be times when I would be away somewhere and I wouldn't have access to a bike and I wouldn't be able to ride that day. And I know those days are coming, and the only thing I can do is just, when I get back and things return to normal, just start all over again. Turns out that riding a bike every single day isn't that hard at all, really. Normally I am just going out anyway, so that obviously counts as a ride. And then the days when I'm too busy or perhaps too tired or otherwise engaged, it's very easy to go out in my normal clothes and then just do a ride around the block or just an easy 1 kilometre in the garage on the turbo trainer. Judging by some of the comments that I've received on Strava, one of the big questions people ask is, what on earth is the point of riding just 1 kilometre? Now, obviously, doing such a short distance isn't going to have a massive benefit on my fitness, but I'd argue that because I've committed to riding every single day, it has motivated me far more to go out and do the regular, normal distance rides than it would have done had I not had this kind of ride every day mentality. But I'd further go on to argue that even the short 1 kilometre rides still have their benefits. Basically, when you set the bar very low and you achieve it, you give yourself a sense of achievement, and this cannot be underestimated in terms of mental health benefits. Now, the benefit of this tiny habit strategy doesn't just apply to cycling. It can be applied to literally anything: running, walking, or even abstract things such as reading or learning a new language. So for instance, instead of saying to yourself that you're going to go out and run or walk 10 kilometres once a week, you'd be better off saying to yourself that you're just going to go for a run or a walk around the block every single day. And then that way, not only are you more likely to achieve it, but then you might even go on and do the longer thing a little bit more frequently than you'd anticipated. And similarly, instead of saying to yourself that you're going to read an entire book for a week or teach yourself how to conjugate 10 different French verbs a week, you'd be better off saying to yourself that you're just going to read a paragraph a day, or maybe learn 1 or 2 new French words, or possibly even conjugate a single verb every single day. And that's because chances are you probably won't stick long term if you have to do the big thing. This is because motivation can be very fickle. The bigger and the more complicated the task, the more motivation and determination we need to achieve it. This way, when the task is very simple, it doesn't require a lot of motivation and determination, but over time you should still get the results that you want. Although this tiny habit strategy is working very well for me personally at the moment, I appreciate that it's not going to be for everyone. Although the minimums are very small and very manageable, not everyone's going to have the time or the circumstances to be able to do the same thing every single day. But if you want to change your life and motivate yourself, then I challenge you to do something similar. And it doesn't matter if it's something physical like cycling or walking or running, or even something semi-abstract like learning a new skill. Introducing a tiny habit every single day is an absolute game changer. Good luck. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.